last night, Steward Health Care filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection, and this kind of like brings to the conclusion about just over 2 years, but longer of just lying and outright deception. I think it's important to remember that this company, which is obviously again MPW's largest tenant, has really been insolvent the entire time, and going back probably 6 or 7 years was insolvent the entire time. It was only allowed to like kind of function in its current form by the graces of MPW's balance sheet. And again, that was kind of that circular lending, right? Where MPW sets the rents too high, and it creates an unbearable or unsupportable financial burden at the opco. And rather than cutting the rent so as to continue booking earnings, right, in the form of rent, even though it was originating from MPW itself, and obviously that has implications for comp, et cetera, on the management team, MPW would fill the gap by lending to the tenant. And so that's like a circular negative sum game. It can only sustain itself so long as you have someone else willing to give MPW money. And when MPW pushed its leverage to the max and ran out of liquidity, and like, I guess you could say through our work and work of some others along the way, some very dedicated people, by the way, like not just us, but there's kind of like this small group of folks out there that have followed this for a long time. And I came to learn that over the course of the last 2 years. I guess the market became aware of it. And as soon as MPW ran out of its capacity to lend, the whole house of cards fell apart. And that culminated last night with an actual Chapter 11 filing. And I guess, we don't know a lot yet. So it was just the actual like administrative filing last night listing the debtor entities and the unsecured claims, which, by the way, I'm pretty sure that list of unsecured claims is low for what it's worth. But I guess we'll find out more. And we're just waiting for the first day motions, et cetera. We'll get more details. But maybe just to like last point, I think it's important to remember here that, like, while painful and very unfortunate, this actually starts the healing process. So, there's this gaslighting exercise promulgated by the company that somehow Chapter 11 results in the hospitals closing. That's just a bold-faced lie to try to fit their own narrative. Chapter 11 actually starts the healing process of right-sizing the capital structure of this company and removing the bad actors. And I would like to emphasize removing bad actors. Chapter 11 actually helps the hospital stay open, not close. In addition to, doing the best by the communities, the doctors, the nurses, the hardworking people that have just been absolutely railroaded by these companies over the last, half decade. This is the, unfortunate but necessary beginning of what's going to be a painful healing process. And I guess we could all just hope that, things improve from here. So anyway, I said a lot there. I'll shut up, but that's what happened last night.
Yeah, you don't have to say a lot when the conclusion finally prints itself on the tape. And that's just, like you said, it's incredibly sad that this can happen in America in this day and age. And by the way, it's still happening in other places. It just turns out that this is where Rob found it and nailed it and helped people a lot. Many of you wouldn't have known otherwise if you're long this stock, God forbid, because you would have just had the same old bullshit, old Wall Street defending the company rate to zero. And it's all a lie. So, now, as Paul Harvey would say, we know the rest of the story.
Hey there, Hedgeye Nation, or if you're not part of Hedgeye Nation, thanks for watching Hedgeye on YouTube. If you haven't already, make sure to click on the button below there. Subscribe to our YouTube page. You can also follow the link in the description to our website to get even more great investing content.